This is the first time I'm recording on my new phone. I just got a Samsung Galaxy S8. The other phone I had was a piece of garbage. It worked, mostly, sort of. Anyway, my camera angle was like zoomed out a little more, and then as I push the record button, it's like raw right up in my face. But anyway, this is going to be my August update because I don't think I'm going to get to do it at any other time besides now. Here comes a really loud truck. So first and foremost, how much have I lost? I don't think I've lost anything since my last update. I did one in July and I said that I'd gotten down to 176, but that was from not eating for like 36 hours due to an issue. And then other than that, I was like at around 180-ish. I am now down officially the correct way to 176 is the lowest I've seen. So 4 pounds in 4 weeks. Not the greatest month, but the good news is that I am super excited because I have started training for my 10K in October. Up to this point, the farthest I had gone was 4.3 miles or something when I did my first race, which was a 7K. And that was the first continuous amount that I had gone without stopping. And it killed me. It was great, don't get me wrong, but it killed me. So now I have one October 27th coming up. And I'm super excited, you guys. I was feeling not so good, and the person who is training me was like, oh, you'll be fine. And I'm like, well, I've kind of gone backwards, I felt, with running because I hadn't been doing it as much this summer. But over the last few weeks, I've been upping it, and I'm excited to say that while I've done a couple 4-mile runs on my own, I feel like it's super easy. It's going to be super easy to add those extra 2.2 miles or whatever on top of that. So excited about that. Plus, the last time I ran miles under 11 minutes, and that's huge for me. I haven't gone that fast yet. The fastest I think I've run a mile was like 11 and a half minutes before this, maybe a little bit less. But anyway, these were like just above 10-minute miles, and I was so proud of myself. I didn't even feel like I was going that fast, and it's like reinvigorated me to know that I can do it, and I'm gonna get faster, and I'm gonna be able to go these distances. And it's been a goal for a while to get under 10 minutes a mile. I'm gonna work more on that maybe this winter when I'm stuck on a treadmill, but I'm still excited. It's gonna be awesome. I just saw this on my backpack. This is my badge for work. It doesn't have any confidential, but like, look at how much change there is to my face in the matter of what is it, a couple months here. This was from March 21st, and like if I put my glasses on, like you can see the sides of my face, whereas here I put my glasses on and they're like swallowing my face. So that's pretty exciting. I'm excited about that. It's little things like that that keep me motivated, I think, because, you know, losing all the weight, that's fine and dandy, and knowing the numbers in your head is great, and I'm very grateful for how far I've come, but you know, it gets repetitive and redundant after a while, and you're just like, you get, you know, stuck in ruts. Like right now I'm at 176 and haven't seen it go down. But you know, you look at small accomplishments like that and you're like, okay. I went to Target for the first time in a while the other day to get more work shirts, more of these black undershirts. And I was like, I'm going to go stop in the clearance section. I'm not going to buy anything, but I am going to try on the next size down in clothes just to see, you know, how things look. And I tried a size 12 pants and they fit. Like I could zip them. They were a little tight around my waist, and obviously I got a little bit more to lose before I can start wearing them, but I was never able to zip them up before or get them over my thick thighs here. So it's really exciting to see these little tiny progressions, and it's probably the most influential part of me deciding to keep going with this and knowing that I'm making the right choices for myself. Something else that I wanted to talk about that's not really positive is like the downside, something negative that I'd never really thought about on this life change. But I've encountered it a lot, especially the last like month or two, and it kind of makes me sad. I can understand it to a point, but it kind of makes me sad. So I am so blessed to be able to say that I have inspired so many people to start making changes in their diets and, you know, their active life and stuff. And I've got this outpouring of messages from friends and family and even strangers who are saying that they're inspired to see a normal person that's really got nothing going for them. They're just inspired to make these changes and, you know, try to better themselves. And I could not ask for anything better than that in sending messages out to the world. But, you know, you have the people that knew you at your biggest, and then you have the people who didn't know you and only just recently met you, or, you know, only met you halfway through your journey kind of thing. So there were already changes. The people that you knew beforehand, you know, like friends, family, loved ones, they're all proud of you and excited. And I still see myself as this huge person in the mirror. Whether or not other people see that in me, it's, you know, that's not for me to say. But I mean, I've definitely slimmed way down and I feel better about myself. I feel more confident, but there are days that I look in the mirror and like all I see are problem areas. And I know a lot of people say that happens, and I expected that. You know, things aren't going to be perfect. I'm thankful and happy with my progress, but I still have a long way to go. That being said, I've encountered a lot of negativity from people who, like I said, I've either met recently or they haven't known me as long as, you know, I had been bigger. And I get a lot of negativity from people because, you know, I'll make silly comments. I have a friend here at work who is on the bigger side. I wouldn't say she's huge, but, you know, she's kind of like where I was back last October. So I encourage her to eat better all the time and maybe, you know, go for walks with me or something. And she's coming around to the idea, which I'm excited for. It'd be nice to have a buddy to do this with. But other people look at me and they see, you know, like skinny, not big person, and they just automatically assume that like I'm shallow or I don't know the struggles that come along with being bigger. I was never, you know, huge. To me, I was huge, but, you know, 255 pounds, it's not as big as some people get, you know? And I've had a lot of like negativity around that, where we'll be sitting around enjoying pizza together or something, and they'll start making fun of me, like, are you sure you should be eating that? Or, you know, just make it. Everyone has a comment about, oh, well, you're skinny, you don't want to get fat, so you shouldn't eat this, or da-da-da-da-da. And it just, like, it's hurtful to hear. You know, I put a lot of thought and time and energy into what I eat and how I eat and when I allow myself to splurge, essentially. And I know people don't know this, and I don't hold it against them at all, because how could they know unless they talk to me about it? But for people to just come up and start making those kind of comments is kind of just, it's off-putting, I guess. It speaks more to their character than it does mine, but it's just upsetting. And then people, like, I'll make a joke about feeling, you know, super stuffed or something after having a big meal, and people are like, oh yeah, all you and all, you know, 5 pounds of you or whatever. And I don't know. I think I just read into it too much, you know, and I don't want to complain, but it makes me want to just say, you know, if you're unhappy with how you are, you got to make that change. No one else can make it for you. And I try to keep it positive, and I try to, you know, well, I was this size, and I'll pull out like old pictures of myself and, you know, show them side by side comparisons and how I've gotten to where I am and the sacrifices I've made and this and that. And like once they start to get to know me and know these differences, things change, like their attitude changes. But these people just automatically assume that I've always been this size and that I don't know, you know, the struggles of being a bigger size, having the health problems, having the mobility issues, like all of this stuff. They just assume. I don't know. I guess my point here is just be nice to everybody. You never know what someone's gone through. And, you know, I have a lot of self-esteem issues still. I have a lot of mental problems with how I still look and the way I'm doing things. Like, if you're thinking negative things about me, I guarantee you I've already ripped myself apart in my own head over the same issues, if not worse, you know, many, 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 many times. But I don't hold it against anybody, because I remember being that way when I would meet someone who was smaller, and I'd make those kind of comments to them, and they would have the same kind of reaction, like, you don't even know me. You know, it was all supposed to be playful, but I didn't realize what it meant essentially at that time. And now I feel bad that I ever said it to anybody. But anyway, that's my update, and I will talk to you guys another time. Bye.